The first half of this video is a lot of grinding, sped up, and set to music. If you don't want to watch all that, then skip to the 14-minute, 30-second mark. So here's all my pieces shaped. These are all supposed to be 38 by 52. These are supposed to be 12 by 20. These are freeform, so they can be whatever size and shape, as long as they're under 100 millimeter. These are supposed to be 38 millimeter rounds, and the petrified wood is supposed to be 25 by 35. Now I grabbed my caliper, and every one of these is slightly oversized. So without boring you and showing you every single one of them, they are all within a half to a little over 1 millimeter too big in every dimension. So obviously I've got a little bit more grinding to do to get these closer to what they need to be. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather be slightly too big than slightly too small. Now these 12 by 20s, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on a dop stick because my fingers are too fat basically to try and control them. So I'm gonna get them dopped up before I size them any further. And then these guys, again, I'm gonna go to actually the 220 wheel, and because you can see I've got a little bit of tear out here in the corners. I don't want that obviously. And so I'm gonna use the 220 wheel to smooth that out. Now with this is actually going to be the surface, the top. And eventually you'll be able to see why I say that, because of this mottled surface. The color underneath is going to be really spectacular. So look forward to seeing that. This obviously is going to be the top of the gold sheen, and this will be the top of the snowflake. And so I'm going to clean up the backs, and I'm not worried about the edges here because that's going to be domed anyway. You know, so anyway, a little bit more to take off of each one of them. I've got a lot of choices for the wood. I did eliminate a couple of pieces. This had a corner tear out on me, so I could try shifting it over, but I've got so many other choices. It's kind of like, why bother? I really hope this I don't know if it's a knot or a branch or whatever's going on. I hope that one turns out because it's actually kind of a nice little feature. And then the palm wood, same thing. Oh, you don't want to see my finger in there. Hope that turns out as well. It might be a little soft. We'll see. I'll do what I can. And go from there. I have apparently I have a pattern going on with points. Here's the piece of polka dot, which actually has a couple little polka dots in it, but that's not really what I'm looking for. It's really extra thick though, so I think there's going to be more grinding happening with that. My heart is coming along. Got a little bit more. I'll do that shaping on the 220 wheel, and then this claw or bear claw, whatever you want to call it. It's already been sanded up to 280, I think, so it's in pretty good shape, and I'll just keep going with that. Yeah, there's a little nick right there, but hey, if the judges can't see it from the front, then they can't judge it, obviously. So that's what I'm starting with, and we'll see how many I actually get done. Oh, in the video, I point to this little spot right here and give a thumbs down because that's a pit. It's a big, huge pit. So I thought, well, maybe I could just turn it over. No, there's a worse one on the backside. So I'm going to see if that'll grind out, and if it doesn't, no huge deal because I've got more choices to play with. So that's why I always do more than just one when it comes to competition stones, because it just takes one little flaw to cause a problem. So now on to getting these things dopped up and a little bit more shaping, and then we'll start doming. All right, let's get the dot pot plugged in and started, because it's got to melt all of these, and that's going to take a while. So this stuff is starting to melt, but it's got a little more to go. In the meantime, I'm going to get the stones stacked on here and get them warming up, so that by the time the wax is done, the stones are also warm, and then the dop wax will stick better. So I got my calipers out, and you can see I'm just slightly over 38, which is perfectly fine because I've got a lot more shaping to do. And I've got the 38 by 52s, those are warming up on the dop wax pot, and then these are all within a couple percentages or millimeters, what would they be, hundreds of millimeters of 38, so those are all good. And now I need to check on all of these 25 by 35s. So they're all still slightly oversized by at least a millimeter, so back to the grinder. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Now these stones are all face down because the dome is obviously going to be on the top. So I've got them all facing down so that I can put the dop stick on the back. Okay, let's see, we can do round 2 now. Now these little ones are going to be a little more challenging. I pulled that first one off right away because it had an uneven top. And as you can see, these are starting to spill over the edge, which I don't really want. That's why when doing it with the wax still warm, I can manipulate it slightly. And if I grind a little wax, I don't care. But I don't want huge chunks of wax. Now just gotta let all these cool down. Alright, now I finally got the 25 by 35 woods to a point where I can attach top sticks to them. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Definitely don't want that. Alright, that should be everything except for one of the freeforms, and I'm still working on that. Alright, here's everything I got dopped up today. The large jaspers, one of the freeforms, the three obsidians, all the pieces of petrified wood, and all the 12 by 20 agates. So now I gotta start putting the domes on them and shaping them.